I never thought I'd be the kind of nurse who works nights. When I started nursing school, I had this whole picture in my head. Day shift at a nice hospital, regular hours, time for a life. But that was before Mrs. Chen. Before I made the mistake that changed everything. 6 months ago, I lost a patient. Dorothy Chen, 72, admitted for pneumonia. Should have been routine, but I was covering a double, exhausted, and I missed the signs. Her oxygen was dropping. I didn't catch it. She coded at 3 a.m. We worked on her for 40 minutes. She didn't make it. So now I work nights at St. Michael's, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., mostly alone. It's quieter, fewer people, fewer questions about what happened. The thing is, room 247 has been empty since Mrs. Chen died. Hospital's been slow, so they haven't needed it, and I'm fine with that. I walk past it every night doing rounds, and I don't look in the window. Last Tuesday, around 2 a.m., I heard the call button from 247. I stopped in the hallway. Call buttons don't go off in empty rooms. You have to physically press them. I checked the monitor at the nurses' station. We've got cameras in all the rooms. And when I pulled up 247, someone was sitting up in the bed. My heart stopped. The room was supposed to be empty, locked. But there was a figure there, small, sitting upright in the dark, sitting the way Mrs. Chen used to when she couldn't sleep. I should have called security, but I didn't. I walked to that room instead. Through the door window, I could see the room was dark, except for the emergency exit light. I pushed the door open. The room was empty. Bed made, perfect hospital corners. No one there. But the call button cord was swaying, like someone had just dropped it. The room smelled wrong, not like disinfectant. Old, stale, sick. I checked the bathroom, the closet. Nothing. I was about to leave when I saw the whiteboard. Every room has one. We write the patient's name and nurse on it. It had been erased after Mrs. Chen died. But now it said, Dorothy Chen, nurse, Sarah. In handwriting that looked exactly like her signature. That's when I heard breathing. Slow, wet, labored breathing, coming from the bed. I looked at the empty bed. The breathing continued, from exactly where her head would be. The call button went off. Once, twice, 3 times, the cord still swaying. I ran. Security found nothing. No signs anyone had been there. But they saw the whiteboard, the fresh writing. They erased it, told me to file a report, said maybe it was a prank. I came back the next night. At 3 a.m., the time she died, the call button went off again. I didn't go to the room. I watched the monitor, and I saw her, an elderly Asian woman in a hospital gown, sitting up, looking at the camera. She raised her hand and waved. Slow, deliberate, like she was calling me over. The image lasted 5 seconds, then static. When the feed came back, the room was empty. I resigned that morning. They put someone in 247 a week later. Young guy, broken leg. He requested a transfer after one night. Said he heard breathing, felt someone sitting on his bed. The call button kept going off. They moved him. 247's been empty since. I don't work in hospitals anymore, but I think about that wave. About Mrs. Chen waiting for me to notice. I was supposed to check on her that night. And 6 months later, she made sure I knew she'd noticed I didn't. 8 months ago, my wife left and took the kids. So now I work the overnight shift at a gas station off Route 9, 11 p.m. to 7, 5 nights a week. It's just me and whoever's desperate enough to stop in the middle of nowhere at 3 a.m. My name's Mike. I'm 42. I made a lot of mistakes. Started drinking too much after I lost my job. Started missing family dinners, soccer games. Jenny gave me chances. I kept screwing up. She left with Emma and Jake in February. They won't take my calls. Most nights are quiet. Truckers, lost tourists. I watch the monitors, drink coffee, think about all the ways I could have been better. 3 nights ago, the door chimed at 3:14 a.m. A man walked in, and for a second I thought I was looking at a mirror. He looked exactly like me. Same height, same build, same receding hairline, same scar above my eyebrow. He was wearing a grey hoodie I own, the one sitting in my laundry pile at home. I thought I was tired, seeing things, but he walked to the counter and it was like looking at a photograph of myself. "Can I help you?" I asked. He smiled. Wrong, like he'd learned how to smile but didn't understand it. "Just looking," he said. My voice, exactly my voice. He walked down the candy aisle. I watched him on the monitor. He moved stiffly, thinking about each step. He grabbed a king-size Snickers, Emma's favorite. I used to bring them home for her. He set it on the counter. "Do you miss them?" "What?" "Your kids, Emma and Jake." My stomach dropped. "How do you—" "Emma turned 9 last month. You forgot to call." I had forgotten. I'd been drinking. "Jake made the soccer team. He wanted to tell you. You didn't answer." "Who are you?" He picked up the Snickers. "Better version." Then he walked out, didn't pay. The bell chimed. He was gone. I ran outside. The parking lot was empty. No car, nothing. I checked the footage. He was there on camera. But when he walked through the door, he vanished. 1 frame there, next frame gone. The Snickers was still on the counter. The next night, 3:14 a.m., he came back. Same clothes, same face. This time, he bought milk. Whole milk. Jake's favorite. "Jake asked about you tonight. Jenny said you were working." "Stop." "He said he misses you." "What are you?" "The version of you that made different choices. The one that called back. The one that tried." He walked out. Vanished again. Last night was the 3rd night. He looked healthier this time, like he'd been sleeping well. Happy. He set a photo on the counter. Me at the beach with Emma and Jake, 4 years ago, before everything fell apart. "You can still be this," he said, pointing at the photo, "or you can keep being that." He gestured at me, at the gas station. "Every night at 3:14 you'll see me, and I'll be a little better, and you'll watch what you could have been." He left, on the back of the photo, in my handwriting. "Call them. It's not too late." I called Jenny that morning, left a voicemail, said I was sorry, said I wanted to talk to the kids. She called back that afternoon, said they could talk this weekend. Last night, 3:14 a.m., the door didn't chime. No one came in. I called Emma yesterday. It was awkward, but it was something. I don't know if he's gone or just waiting. But I'm calling Jake tonight, and I'm going to keep calling, because I don't want to see that version of me again. I've been cleaning schools for 2 years. It's honest work, which is more than I could say before I went to prison. My name's Marcus. I'm 38. I did 5 years for armed robbery. Held up a convenience store when I was 31. No one got hurt, but I still did the time. Getting out was harder than going in. Most places won't hire ex-cons, but the school district has this program. So here I am, night janitor at Lincoln Elementary, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It's quiet work, solitary. Prison changes you, makes you appreciate being alone. The school's empty at night except for me. Just emergency lights and my cart squeaking down hallways. I've got a routine. Start with the cafeteria, work through classrooms. Art rooms always last because kids get glitter everywhere. 3 nights ago I found a drawing on one of the tables, really detailed, more than most kids can do. It showed a man in a hallway. The second floor west wing. Same lockers, same tiles, same exit sign. The man looked like me. At the bottom, Marcus Williams, prisoner, Dury 847392. My real name. My old name. When I got out, I changed it to Marcus Jones. Fresh start. No one at this school knows I'm an ex-con, so how did a kid know? I put it in my pocket, finished cleaning fast. The next night there was another drawing. Same hallway, same man. But this time I was looking over my shoulder. At the bottom, "He knows what you did." My heart was pounding. I checked the date stamp. Yesterday, Mrs. Patterson's 3rd grade class. Everyone knows what I did. It's public record. But there was something else. During the robbery, the clerk reached under the counter. I thought he was going for a gun. I panicked, hit him with my pistol. Hard. He was reaching for the register key, not a weapon. I gave him a concussion, put him in the hospital for 3 days. My lawyer worked a deal. The assault never made the record, but I knew what I'd done. The 3rd night, there was another drawing. Me standing in front of the supply closet. The door open, just a crack. Something dark inside. At the bottom, "You should apologize." I looked at the supply closet. It was closed. Always closed. I lock it myself. But now it was open. Just a crack. I walked toward it. Reached for the handle. A voice from inside. Young. Maybe 7 or 8. "Marcus Williams." I jerked back. "Prisoner 847392. "Who's there?" "You hurt someone. You never said sorry." "I did my time." "You never said sorry to him." The door swung open. Just darkness inside. But I could hear something moving. I ran. I called Mrs. Patterson the next morning. She said no student made those drawings. I didn't go back that night, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I found him, the clerk from 7 years ago. He manages a grocery store now. I walked in. Told him who I was, said I was sorry, that I'd thought about it every day. That sorry didn't fix anything, but I needed him to hear it. He nodded. Asked me to leave. I did. I went back to work the next night. No drawing on the table, supply closet closed. I haven't found any more since. I don't know what that was, but I know what it wanted, and I finally gave it. My father worked at Riverside Textiles for 32 years. So did his father. And for 8 years, so did I. Then 3 years ago, Dad had an accident on the old weaving floor. Caught his arm in one of the machines, lost use of his right hand, had to retire. He changed after that, got quiet, stopped going out, just sat staring at that hand. We stopped talking, not because of a fight, just stopped. He died last year. Heart attack. I was supposed to visit that weekend. Never made it. I still work at that factory. Graveyard shift now, midnight to 8. And last week something started calling Dad's name from the old weaving floor. The floor that's been shut down since his accident. The old weaving floor's been closed 3 years. Company says renovations. Everyone knows they just don't want the liability. So it sits there. Machines covered in plastic. Emergency lights. Part of my rounds is checking the door. Once a night around 3 a.m. Check the chain, check the lock, keep moving. Last Monday I heard something from behind that door. "Danny." I stopped. That was Dad's voice. "Danny." Louder, more insistent. I pressed my ear to the door. "Dad?" "I need help. I'm stuck." My hands shook as I unlocked it. I shouldn't have. But that was my father. I opened the door. The weaving floor stretched out, rows of covered machines in shadow. Dad, where are you? The machine. I'm in the machine. Help me. I walked toward it, the machine where it happened, still covered in plastic. Pull the cover off. I'm inside. I reached for it. Then I heard another voice. A woman's. Distant. Don't. Danny, don't listen to her, Dad's voice said. I need help. Please. That's not your father, the woman said. Danny, please. I'm scared. Tell me something only Dad would know, I said. Long silence. Then, I worked here 32 years. Everyone knows that. The voice changed, deeper, colder. Help. Me. Not my father anymore. What are you? Hungry. I ran. Behind me, plastic tearing, metal groaning. I got to the door, slammed it, locked it. Security found nothing. All machines still covered, except one. Dad's machine. The plastic was torn from the inside. I called my mom. She said Dad had nightmares after the accident. Would wake up screaming something was in the machine, that it wanted him to come back. I didn't work for a week, but eventually I had to. I've been back 3 nights. I still check that door, but sometimes I hear it. Faint. Danny, I'm stuck. I don't answer, and I never open that door. Whatever's in there learned Dad's voice. Maybe took it when he lost his hand. I'm putting in my 2 weeks tomorrow. Some traditions aren't worth keeping. 4 years ago, my sister Amy died in a car accident. She was driving home from visiting me. I'd just gotten this job at the Riverside Inn. Wanted to show her the place. We spent the weekend together. Just sisters. She left Sunday morning. Said she'd text when she got home. She never did. Semi crossed the median, wrong place, wrong time. They said she died instantly. I blamed myself. If I hadn't asked her to visit, if I'd let her leave Saturday, if I'd driven her myself. I kept working here because I couldn't sleep anyway, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., alone in a 100-year-old building. 2 nights ago, around 1 a.m., a woman walked in, blonde hair, blue jacket, Amy's blue jacket, the one she was wearing the last time I saw her. She walked to the desk, and when she looked at me, I couldn't breathe. Amy's face, same smile, same scar on her cheek. I'd like a room, she said. Amy's voice. Amy, I whispered. She tilted her head. I'm sorry, do I know you? It's me, Rachel. I think you have me confused. I'm Amanda. Amanda, not Amy, but identical. I checked her in, hands shaking. Her ID said Amanda Richards, but the photo was Amy's face. Room preference? High floor if possible. I assigned 412. The room Amy stayed in 4 years ago. She thanked me and left. Same walk, same everything. I pulled up her reservation. Amanda Richards. Booked yesterday. Everything normal. Except nothing was normal. An hour later I called the room. Just checking everything's okay. Everything's fine. Have you stayed here before? Pause. No. Why? You look familiar. I get that a lot. She hung up. I checked the camera. She was standing outside 412, staring at the door. Then she went inside. At 3 a.m., I went to the 4th floor. Stood outside 412. I heard crying inside. I knocked. Are you okay? The crying stopped. I'm fine. Do you need anything? Please go away. At 5 a.m., she came down, walking fast, looking over her shoulder. I need to check out early. Is something wrong? I just need to leave. I processed it. She kept glancing at the elevator. Did something happen? She looked at me. You knew her, didn't you? The woman who stayed in that room. How? I dreamed about her all night. I was her. I saw her leaving, getting in her car, driving. She closed her eyes. I felt the crash. Tears ran down her face. She was thinking about someone, her sister, how much she loved her. That was her last thought. I couldn't speak. I don't know why I dreamed that, but it was real, and she wanted someone to know. She left. I checked her reservation later. Email bounced. Phone disconnected. Credit card declined. Amanda Richards doesn't exist. No record of anyone in 412 that night. But I have the footage. She's there. Clear as day. I don't work nights anymore, switched to days last week. But I'm not carrying the guilt anymore. Because Amy's last thought wasn't blame. It was love.